Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I go by Whoop-De-Woo, and over here there are no faves. If you don't like the fact that I'm talking about your fave, you can leave at any moment. You don't have to announce that you're leaving. I will be okay, and so will you. So today we have Chrisean, and this video was basically inspired while I was covering the last video with Chrisean's mukbang, right? So I was looking at Chrisean, and I was like, why does she have 3 crosses on, right? And I remember that this had been talked about before, the 3 crosses and Chrisean's obsession with the number 3, basically, right? And it took me back to a video that I made earlier this week where I was talking about how Chrisean does not worship God and who she actually worships. And I remember that the 3 crosses have been talked about before, right? So we just went over to Google real quick, right? A triple cross means an ultimate act of betrayal, a complex espionage scenario involving 3-way deception, or in a religious context, a specific style of crucifix. The term shifts in meaning based on whether it is used as a figure of speech or as a physical symbol. The figurative meaning, deception and betrayal. In everyday language, double crossing means betraying someone who trusts you. A triple cross takes this a step further. The double cross, betraying a partner or an ally. The triple cross, an additional deeper layer of deception where you pretend to betray your ally to an enemy, only to feed the enemy false information or betray them in return. It is essentially a betrayal of a betrayal. In pop culture, it is frequently used in spy thrillers, heist stories, and crime films to describe a situation with so many twists and hidden motives that even the characters being deceived end up deceiving the mastermind. Number 2, the religious meaning, the 3 crosses of Calvary. In Christianity, the phrase often refers to the historical execution site at Calvary, where Jesus Christ was crucified along 2 thieves. The symbolism, the 3 crosses are often depicted together in art, jewelry, or tattoos. The central cross represents Jesus, while the 2 flanking crosses represent the 2 thieves, one who mocked Jesus and one who repented, symbolizing humanity's free will to choose between the faith and rejection. Now, let's kind of break it down a little bit, right? So the double cross, betraying a partner or an ally, an additional deeper layer of deception where you pretend to betray your ally to an enemy only to feed the enemy false information or betray them in return. Let's really look at that for a second, right? Now, we have talked about the paternity of Junior before, right? And it is the common narrative right now that Ronnie is Junior's father. However, Blueface is actually Junior's father. Like we talked about before, Chrisean could easily prove it, but she chooses not to. So she's just going to keep playing the game, right? So the one who is betraying a partner or an ally is Blueface betraying Chrisean, basically, when he denies Junior. Because we talked about yesterday, right, how Junior, well, I talked about on X, how Blueface he will claim Junior until there's no more money left or whatever the case may be. Things aren't working out for him and Chrisean can do something for him, but she chooses not to, whatever the case may be, right? He claims Junior intermittently, right? And so that is a betrayal that he tells the world that, he only has 2 kids, 1 baby mama. Now Nevaeh's in the mix, but he keeps leaving Junior out of it now, right? And then the triple cross, an additional deeper layer of deception where you pretend to betray your ally to an enemy only to feed the enemy false information or betray them in return. It essentially is a betrayal of a betrayal. So not only does Blueface betray Chrisean by not claiming Junior, but then he betrays the fans, those of y'all that believe that Blueface is not the father, because he says so, right? And in the last video that I did, at the end, I kind of played Blueface's interview with Jason Lee and how he was lying on Jason Lee and saying that he's not the father and he was just running along with Chrisean's narrative, basically. So that is the betrayal of the fans. And then we're going to go to the religious meaning. In Christianity, the phrase often refers to the historical execution site at Calvary where Jesus Christ was crucified along 2 thieves. Now, when I first read this, I kind of chuckled a little when it said the central cross represents Jesus, because that is Chrisean Jr., right? Three crosses are often depicted together in art, jewelry, or tattoos. The central cross represents Jesus, while the two flanking crosses represent the two thieves, one who mocked Jesus and one who repented. Now, right? In Chrisean's eyes, Blueface is the one who is mocking Jesus, who is, of course, Junior. But Chrisean, in her eyes, for whatever reason, I guess because she's the one that gets on camera and says that she loves Junior, she's the one that repented, symbolizing humanity's free will to choose between faith and rejection, right? There's a whole lot going on with this, right? So this is the first part of this. And this is one way that you could look at the three crosses, right? But I want to show you guys a couple clips, and then we're going to go to the other side of this, right? So here's one clip.
I'm not buying that shit. I'm not buying what you selling though.
I'm just trying to get the details.
All right, get the details and then let me finish my story.
All right, go ahead.
So there's Chrisean with the three crosses in her head. And part of the reason I wanted to do this video is because I want you guys to start, paying attention to all the times three crosses come up or the number three or anything else. Now, we're going to go into, let's do this next video, and then I'm going to break this down a little bit too, because there's a few things that actually need to be paid attention to in this video.
Story on, and I got my baby Binky, and then my Chrisean rock one, the Crazy in Love one, that chain, I gave it away to one of my friends. Y'all remember, what's his name? The light-skinned baby? Darion, I call him Darion. This one, my Chrisean rock one, and you know that other one, I gave away to PD the cross. I just be giving stuff away. But, yeah, but I got some little humble stuff. I like gold now. Yeah.
So in this video, right, you hear Chrisean say that she gave her Crazy in Love chain away to the little light-skinned boy. The little light-skinned boy that she's talking about is 33K, right? So there's meaning behind what she just said. She gave her Crazy in Love chain away to 33K. Now, y'all remember, there was a video, and we're going to look at it, but there was a video where 33 is in the car and he's counting money after Chrisean got her money from, I don't know if it's the Baddies Reunion or if it was Baddies, whichever one, but she received her money and 33K is in the car counting money.
Okay, I'm chill. Don't do all listen. You are like, listen, Papa, why you? First of all, it's the time. Okay. You in the front. Come on, man. It's not that serious. It's not.
Now, the other day, or last week actually, I did a live and somebody in the live said she's still in contact with 33K. And I said to everybody in the chat that you guys would need to remember that because that is true. She's still in contact with 33K. Now, in this video, right, a lot of people were under the impression that Chrisean got her money and she immediately started tricking, basically. Chrisean was not tricking, and I told you guys she owed 33 money. So the money that 33 is counting, it's because Chrisean owes him that money. Like we know Chrisean is involved in a lot of bullshit behind the scenes, but she absolutely owed him that money. That's not Chrisean tricking. Now, let me see. So when we go back to how she said that she had gave her chain away, her Crazy in Love chain away to 33K, that is her basically, that's her snitching pretty much. That's her telling what's going on, and that 33 has been paid for an event that is going to happen possibly sooner rather than later. I'll leave that there. We won't get too deep into it today, but I want you guys, if you follow me, to kind of remember all this stuff, because when this event happens, I don't want you guys to be in the dark the same way y'all were with Ronnie, right? And still are with Ronnie, because the narrative for Ronnie is still not right. But yeah, we're tracking over here this time. So the next video that I'm going to show is from Peter, and I actually, the contents of this video from Peter, I was going to go like Google everything and kind of put the pieces together for you. And I was actually on Peter's page looking for something else that he had posted before, and I couldn't find it, but I came across this video, and he got to put everything together already. So this is going to be the last thing that I'm going to show you guys, and then we're going to talk about it.
We got something. What the?
So that was Peter's video, and let me mute it really quick. So in Peter's video, right, there's like this, we'll call it a flyer, and basically it's a Satan worshiping event, right? That was going on in Baltimore. I'm sure Chrisean attended that, and then oh shit, hold on. Baltimore, Maryland is set to host a gathering of satanic community and enlightenment with the Satanic Temple Satanic Revival event on May 1st and 2nd, featuring musical performances. This event focuses on community building, past accomplishments, and future goals. Tickets went out on sale on January 16th, and the location is revealed upon purchase. The Satanic Temple has been active in Maryland, particularly with their after-school Satan clubs, which promote secular values among students. They partnered with the Secular Student Alliances to support these clubs. In Baltimore, an upcoming event called Witch Club Satan is scheduled for June 2nd at the Baltimore Soundstage, featuring Penelope Traipes. Some people think certain groups are terrorists, as seen in a Facebook post by Iva Sue Bridgman, who calls a particular organization the biggest terrorist organization ever. And then, of course, and I actually, there's Chrisean with the 3 fingers out. And then this devil tattoo. The other day, there was somebody, and I want to say it was either on Instagram or X. They were arguing about whether Chrisean had this tattoo or not. And this is a tattoo that, if you guys have been paying attention, has been brought up several times since Chrisean started going on her religious journey, because she literally has the devil tattooed on her. I don't care if it's attached to something else, you still have a representation of the devil tattooed on you. So how could you possibly worship God? And Chrisean, she's been removing tattoos. Oh, I'm going to remove the blue face tattoo. I'm going to remove this tattoo and this tattoo, but she's never said anything about removing this devil tattoo. So it's just there. And I don't know if most people they don't know that she has it or what, but she's had this tattoo for some years now. Let me see if there's anything else in here that we're gonna. And then also in the other video, I told you guys that she prays to Mammon. And then just more instances of her doing the one eye thing. And when you see pictures and videos of Chrisean, this is one thing that you guys can pay attention to, is the whole one eye thing, because Chrisean does it a lot. And Peter, he put quite a few instances in here, but there's more that I was thinking about. So like when I said I was going to Google and kind of search and see if I could find these pictures, she does it all the time. There's a lot of these pictures where she has one eye covered up, she's throwing up the 3, all kinds of shit, right? So I think that is it. That's all I have for you guys today. However, I just want to say that either way it go, like the thumbnail said, right? So whether you're looking at it from the perspective of like the Christianity type perspective thing with the three crosses, or you're looking at it from the evil side, either way you go, Chrisean is on bullshit, right? We've talked about the fact that Chrisean is waiting for Junior to die because she is. So if we're looking at it from that way, right? But then also Chrisean is plotting on another murder. You know, she's trying to cross out all the weapons that she believes are trying to prosper against her. And those weapons are her child and her baby daddy, right? She thinks she's going to live an amazing life after that, after those two are gone. And that's where she's at with it, right? So everybody that's hyping up Blueface and Chrisean being back in alignment with each other, cool. Let's see how it turns out. That's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.